We're the only game in town, The Rob Dibble Show.
We're back live on the Rob Dibble Show, live from the American Athletic Conference Media Days here in Newport, Rhode Island. Bob Joyce, Ben Darnell, I'm Rob Dibble, and joining us now on the set is Donovan Williams, wide receiver. You're a junior now?
Yes, sir.
So how excited are you to just start playing some football? Does it get monotonous at the practices and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Just an entire spring of just straight workouts and spring ball, and all summer you just wake up early in the morning just to work out. You actually get to play some real football now, so we're definitely going to get after it.
Talk about the receiver position, you being a quarterback and knowing that side of the pass, and then now being on the other side. How has that helped you in the transition going to that position?
Initially, it was a lot. It was a big transition, but playing quarterback definitely helped because I kind of knew where to sit down in the zones,
right.
What the quarterbacks expected. I understood that timing was definitely one of the most important things when it comes to that relationship between the quarterback and the receiver. And I also, I think I was one of the more patient receivers because I know as a quarterback you can have an off day or make a bad throw or errant throw. So I was definitely more patient with that. But overall, the transition has been going upwards. Since I made the switch, just been putting a lot of work and ready to play some ball.
And there's a lot of depth and a lot of excitement in that position. And all you have to do is look at the first two names at the top of the numerical roster, and Hergy Mayala and Tyreek Beals. How deep, how talented is this group of receivers that UConn has this year?
We are definitely talented. Those are, the veterans in the room. They've been at it. This is going to be their fourth year playing. So definitely Hergy is someone that when I made the transition, just kind of stayed in his shadow and watched him and watched how he works. He's definitely one of the hardest workers on the team. Beals, we call him Beals, just production, Anytime he steps on the field, it's production, and he's always making plays. And if you go through the roster, it's just a bunch of talent. Kyle Buss, Keon Dixon, Mason Donaldson, myself. And we have Quavon Skanes, a lot of younger guys too. So we're pretty deep at the position.
As far as last season and putting that behind you, how bad you guys want to show everybody what a talented team you are this year?
We're itching. Come August 30th when we suit up for that first game. We're going in with the mentality that we have nothing to lose. We had the 2, 3, and 9 seasons back to back, so we're just itching to find that success again behind Coach Etzel and make the state proud. So,
tell me about the makeup of this receiver core. You guys are a bunch of pass catching specialists. Do you actually throw blocks out there and get down and dirty? What kind of core do we got at UConn?
If you don't block, you don't play.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I love that.
That's right.
Yeah. So we definitely get dirty a little bit. Me myself, I like being physical with DBs. It kind of helps me relax in my game, and it's just taking steps. Like I like throwing a nice block before I catch a ball or something like that. But as a whole, we pride ourselves on being a physical group. But we also bring that finesse too. So.
Donovan, defensively took a real hit last year, and there was only 2 guys back from that group as starters. Second year for Billy Crocker as the defensive coordinator. How will it look personnel-wise? Randy mentioned it's going to be young, kind of expected that, but from what you've seen of the young guys, what do you like of what you've seen from the defense so far?
Just tenacity. They all want to get after it. We have a lot of quickness on defense. We brought in a lot of good-looking freshmen that can move. For the front 7. Linebackers are going to get after it. DBs, they've been working their butts off because it wasn't a great year for them last year. So the entire defense is just ready to prove everyone wrong this year.
Talking to Donovan Williams, one of the very talented wide receivers here at UConn, and we talked to Randy Edsel, and Coach Edsel was talking about you have 7 seniors. How much does it mean to the rest of the team to send those guys out with maybe a bowl game?
Means everything. The past 2 seasons we've been itching. Well, 3 seasons. Prior to me coming in, they went to that bowl game against Marshall, but didn't come out with a win. And it's been a long time since we've had that success for the football program. So to send the seniors out the right way would be a big deal.
Instead of playing every minute of the games like in high school, playing offense and defense, when you get separated on one side of the ball, it's a different feeling. Is there an offense versus defense kind of mentality in that locker room? How does that work at UConn during practice?
Yeah, you definitely see it. I mean, as a whole, we're all a team.
Right.
But, you know, we do get after when we have competitions and stuff, offense versus defense, when we do 7-on-7s against each other. I don't know. It's just kind of that ingrained competition within the team that where that separation lies. And, you know, we like to get after the defense a little bit.
How is that dynamic going to be this time around with all those freshman DBs? Because I know when the offense gets offered the first month and starts doing the thing, because you guys are going to be more consistent and you know the play. That's the advantage of being on the offensive side. But when you guys first score in those freshmen, you're going to really let them have it and let them know where they're at?
Oh, yeah. They're, you know, it's Division I football, so you got to introduce them the right way.
That's right.
Donovan, Coach Edsall, Matt Parrott both talked about the cohesiveness of this year's group as opposed to last year. What's the biggest difference in your minds, and maybe some subtle things that you've had to change since you got here, and how you adapt and how you've bonded with this group?
I think it's there's a lot of guys that are less selfish this year, and leadership as a whole. I think even the leaders of the team this year have bought in more than they did last year. I think that's the biggest difference for me. I think it was buying in as well, because we were getting adjusted to Coach Edsall coming in, you know, an entire new staff, and that man knows what he's doing. So, you know, wholeheartedly, we're all bought in. And for me, I think this season, I've definitely taken a huge step because I have guys that look up to me on the team. I play a significant role on offense and special teams, so just that leadership aspect, that's the biggest step that I took this year.
Donovan, thank you so much for your time, young man. Good luck August 30th.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. More live from the AAC Media Day here in Newport, Rhode Island. It's the Rob Dibble Show with Bob Joyce and Ben Darnell. We'll be right back.